What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. This is a video about the Me TV stick. It goes for about 40 bucks. And the interesting thing about this is a couple things. It runs Android TV, but also it's full HD. So if you don't have a TV that's 4K, or if you have a TV that's 4K and you don't care about having, a 4K stick, then you can get this one. It's gonna run up to 1080p at 60 frames and Google Assistant built in. You have all the Android TV apps that you could probably want, including Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, etc., etc. You got since this is a stick, it's HDMI, connect to Wi-Fi, full HD. So let's open this up and see what's inside of the box for this one. All right, so inside of the box, you get your terms and conditions and your walkthrough of how to set this up. You get your charging brick and your micro USB cord, a very small HDMI female to male adapter. Here's the Me stick, and you do get a micro USB port here and then HDMI, and that's all you get, nothing else. I don't see any buttons or anything like that. And then lastly, you do get your remote, and on the remote you get a dedicated Netflix and Prime Video buttons, volume up and down. You get, looks like an apps button or bring up the menu button, back, home, directional, your Google Assistant, and your power buttons. One thing that's interesting about this is there's no batteries that come installed or in the box. It's pretty rare these days that you don't get batteries inside of the box, but so just make sure you get AAA batteries when you get this set up. Another thing that's a little bit concerning about this is how short the power cable is. So if you have this plugged into your TV and the power strip or the outlet that it's plugged into is kind of far away, you might need to purchase an additional micro USB charging cable. All right, so this is set up. All right, system update. Let's look at the details on this one real quick. All right, so it's a 647 meg update. I'm gonna download it. It's system performance, Bluetooth disconnection, audio delay, improved system stability. So definitely I will do this. All right, we're back into it. So one of the things that I've noticed about this is that obviously it's 40 bucks and obviously it's 1080p, and 1080p versus something that's like 4K. 4K has to be able to perform. It has better hardware inside and usually a faster UI experience overall. And this being 1080p, unfortunately, it's not completely slow, but it definitely has hiccups. It's definitely not as responsive as I wish it was, unfortunately. I mean, you can see I'm moving out pretty good here. But again, I've used enough different streaming boxes that I can tell this, and you can feel it's just a little bit, not amazing in terms of performance on here. Now, loading up like YouTube or something like that to watch videos on here, we'll put YouTube on just so you can see how quickly it loads up videos. And my internet's pretty freaking fast at my house. I have a gig down. I don't get that across the board, but generally, like when I stream on my phone or one of my other streaming boxes, have it be like a Google Chromecast with Google TV, which is their newest, it starts up pretty quick. And YouTube alone is taking a fair amount of time here, just opening up. So you're definitely going to need to have a little bit of patience when you use this just to get it going and stuff. So. All right, here we go. So let me open up, and I'm pressing to the left, and here we go. There we go. I do Greggles TV. Play one of my videos here, and I record mine in 4K, but obviously, I don't think we'll see if it gives you the option. I have it plugged into a capture card right now. So 1080p. Seems like it's playing it pretty good so far. Let me just select it. I'm gonna go down into these settings and see if I'm able to. So I can see it's playing in HD quality, 1080p. So all that's normal performance on there. I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm hitting the recent apps button. But yeah, you can see this plays pretty well. I'm going to fast forward just a little bit to where you can see my beautiful face. There we go. See how quickly it loads up. Oh, it went out of it. Let's go back in. So obviously YouTube just pretty much crashed there, because when I was playing it, it didn't, and I was fast forwarding it, it obviously crashed. And I have the latest update on there of the apps and the operating system. Let me try fast forwarding again. See if it crashes. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. Select right there. All right, so good. Seems okay at that point. Obviously, when you're fast forwarding, you want to make sure that the internet's going to keep up with the device itself, and that the device can, keep up with playing video and jumping out of it and all that. And obviously, this has it did it pretty well. It just took a while for it to load up that app. So I'm going to back up. And this is stuff my son watches. So if you see a lot of kid stuff on here, that's why this is the account he uses on YouTube. So going around the YouTube app is pretty smooth here. Definitely feels better in here than it did in the general UI. So let's hit the home button, go back to the main screen. Google Assistant, we'll try that. Steelers score. All right, come on. You can do it. There you go. So it did that. I'll have it to my office. Office lights blue. You thought I said Ben. All right, it didn't do the right thing, but you can see it generally works well in terms of speed and stuff like that. It's not extremely fast, but at the same point, you got to remember this is running 1080p. It's not running something 4K, so it doesn't have to have the latest and greatest hardware. So back at the main screen, obviously we have these dedicated buttons that I mentioned earlier. I want to go into Netflix because that's one of the most popular apps. So we'll load up Netflix. All right, we have Netflix open, and I don't know if it's, because it's a brand new device, but this is buggy. I had a double open Netflix, and this happened twice on me already. The YouTube app crashed once, and like I said, I have all the latest app updates and I have the latest software installed, so it's just kind of weird. So I was watching holiday movies. Let me just double start. Let me check this real quick. I'll hit resume episode, and we'll see how quickly this can jump into this. It's definitely taken longer than expected. I am on my 5G network, 5 gigahertz in my house. So that started pretty good. No problems with that in terms of the speed of starting the movie. And then hitting the home button, I literally hit it and it took about, 5 seconds for it to get out of that. So I'm already noticing a lot of lag, seemingly some bugs as well. Let's go into Hulu. All right, we got Hulu loading up. And this one loaded pretty quickly, comparatively speaking, to YouTube and Netflix on here. And we'll jump into something in here just so you can see. We'll jump into, see, I'm pressing it. It's not going anywhere, even though it looks seemingly loaded up. This is rough. Here we go. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Are we good now? Yeah, I think we're good. No, I don't know if we are. I press it and it seems like it's catching up. Nope, it's lagging again. So I'll try a quick little episode of Total Divas in here just to see how this works. It's thinking. Is it gonna play? Come on, it did. All right, great. It seems like it's playing okay. Once you get in there, I'll hit the back button. I pressed it. 3, 4, 5. I still don't see anything. 6. Again, it takes about 5 seconds to get out of something on Netflix and Hulu. And then I hit my home button. So I don't even think I need to go into this so much more. I mean, first of all, it has dated software, and I'm not surprised by that due to the fact that the only one with the latest, Android TV or Google TV is the Chromecast with Google TV. This has Android 9. It needs Android 10 for sure. It feels very underpowered. I pressed down and going left to right was fine, but now I press down and you can see it's just a lot of lag to this. I personally can't recommend this to someone. I mean, unless you, at $40, you can spend another $10 and get the Chromecast with Google TV, which is the one I would definitely recommend. It's one of my top items for this year. This is so laggy and slow. If you're fine with that, get it. I mean, the control is easy to use. It's comfortable. If you don't need 4K, you're going to get 1080p. It's going to use less bandwidth due to the fact that it doesn't, you're setting it up to not have to physically do that because it can't. So, when you potentially won't have to worry about using so much data up with your internet at home, because now you don't get unlimited internet. A lot of places you have to pay if you go over like a terabyte, which is a lot of data, but still. But beyond that, for me, this is way too laggy. It's a little bit too buggy as well. But the other side of it is it has every app that you'd probably want to watch in terms of streaming. You could sideload apps if you're an IPTV type person. Yeah, that's about it. I don't really know if I have any other comments on it beyond that. It definitely needs some work. It's underpowered, and it's got a good price though at $40. So there you guys go. If you have this, let me know what you think of the Mi TV stick in the comments down below. If you want to pick it up, it's also linked down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you down the road. Peace.